All right, I am so excited. I am aboard the Freedom of the Seas, and it's a perfect place to start this video, which is Zero to Prime. It's going to be a two-part series. It starts on this fortnight, like I said, on Freedom of the Seas, and it's so appropriate it's on this ship because this is the ship where it all started. So we had just started to return to sailing, and I had been stuck at home, as we all had, for a long time. So I was like ready to get on a cruise ship. I had never been on a solo cruise before, so I jumped on this opportunity to get on Freedom of the Seas. I had no idea about like the casino offers or anything like that. I was just going to have some fun and to get away. So I got on the ship, and of course, because I was by myself, I ended up in the casino, and I kind of like playing slots, so I fooled around with slots a little bit, and I earned 400 points on that cruise, and the cruise offers started coming in. If you want to see the original video on how that happened and how I got all the free cruises, it's in my channel. I'll link it in the description as well. So the fact that I'm starting with 0 points, and trying to get to 2,500 points and Prime on Freedom of the Seas again is perfect. I'm so happy that you're going to join me on this adventure. Hey, what's up? I'm Chris Fantini. I am aboard the beautiful Freedom of the Seas. It's actually my favorite ship from Royal Caribbean. Part of it is because the experience I had and how it started me down this path of all these free cruises, but it's also just, it's a really good size of ship. It was fairly recently amplified, so a lot of the public spaces are super nice and super usable. There's lots of great amenities on board. So I do love this ship. And of course, our objective is to go from 0 points with Club Royale's casino program all the way up to 2,500 points and Prime. I'll remind you what that gets you. Once you get to 2,500 points, you get free drinks for an entire year anytime that you're in the casino, and you also get one free cruise that is a huge selection. I think it's up to either 7 or 8 days. There's a couple of blackout times like holidays and stuff like that, but for the most part you have a very wide selection of opportunities to cruise. So that's what we're trying to do now. So originally I was going to have 18 days in order to earn 2,500 points, so that worked out to being about 120 points a day. I've decided to cancel my first half of my Explorer back-to-back. So instead of being on that ship for 14 days in December, I'm only going to be on that ship for 7. So that does change the calculation. I'm going to have to earn 220 points each and every day that I'm on board the ship, which is no easy feat for sure. But we're going to do it together. I'm going to take you down to the casino, and we'll look at some of the machines I play, and we'll see how I do day by day. So before we head down to the casino though, I want to make sure that I let you know that I appreciate each and every one of you who have subscribed to my channel. Like, I didn't think anybody would want to watch my videos, and like, I was doing it because I enjoyed doing it. So there were some times when nobody did watch my videos, but now I have like 640 subscribers, and I never thought I would get to that. So like, I just want to say thank you for watching the videos. It makes me so happy. Speaking of subscribers, one of my subscribers said, hey, I'd love to see a room tour. So of course, I'd love to show you the room. So originally, when I booked this free offer with Freedom, it was an interior room, which is great. I don't mind interiors, especially shorter cruises. Doesn't bother me at all. I'm usually only in my room to sleep and shower, and that's it. So it's fine. But a Royal Up offer opportunity came up, whereas you can bid on upgrading what you have to something higher, and they give you a bunch of options. You can bid on, ocean views and balconies and suites, all those sorts of things. So the minimum bet for the room we're in today, which is a promenade view room, was $30. So I thought, you know what, I really don't care about upgrading, but for $30, I'm gonna throw the $30 bid in and just see if it happens or not. And I got it for 30 bucks. So the other good thing about the promenade view room is that it is a little bit bigger and it's configured better than the interior rooms. That can feel a little bit congested, and you've got a couple places to sit. You've got a nice desk, and you've got this bay window area here where you can, just relax and people watch if you want. So it's pretty cool. So thank you for asking me to give a room tour. It was my pleasure. And hey, if you have any other ideas about what you'd like to see in these videos, let me know in the comments, because I'll be happy to do it on my next cruise. I love doing this kind of stuff. So outside of earning 2,500 points, getting Prime, the free cruise, free drinks for a year, there are 2 other ways to get free cruises, which is really exciting. So one of them is kind of like if you've got a high bankroll and you want to go for it, it'll work really well. The other one is if you want to be a little bit more frugal like me and you're risk averse, you're going to want to go low and slow. So the one for people with more of a bankroll is when you hit certain tiers on a cruise. So if you earn 1,200 points on one cruise, you'll get an instant certificate which will allow you, generally speaking, to get an interior room on some select cruises. So that's your first level. If you get up to $1,500, it gets a little better. You get more choices, and sometimes you'll get, ocean view, sometimes you'll get balcony. So the offers do improve. Of course, if you get all the way up to 2,500 in one cruise and you hit Prime, you will get another one of those, like, really good offers, which is the one you get for hitting Prime, which is like 7 or 8 nights, lots of different itineraries, and then of course this is endless. Like, you could earn 20,000 points and get suites, like, if you have a lot of money, which I do not. So I prefer to go the low and slow method. This has worked really well for me. This is going to generate free cruise offers via email. So you won't get those instantly on the ship, and you have more time to decide which ones you want to take, explore itineraries, and of course it's going to cost you less as well. So this is based off of something called THEO, which is theoretical expected losses. So if the casino thinks that you're likely to lose money at the casino, they're going to want to get you back, and that's when they're going to start sending you offers. So the algorithm for this is not fully known. There's a lot of discussion and debate around it, but what we've kind of figured out, me and my friends group who like to get free cruises, who doesn't, is that the longer you spend at the casino, the better your THEO is. So when I gamble, generally speaking, I will bet minimum or near minimum. I avoid games where you need to max bet to win progressives. I try to avoid games that are branded, like, for movies or game shows. All of those are more volatile because there's like licensing issues and stuff, which makes them more expensive. So your return is not going to be as good. Any of the like lightning links, dragon links, locket links, all of those are far more volatile, which means you could get a really good payout, and they're good if you have a good bankroll and you're trying to win jackpots. You play higher volatile machines, because those are the ones that are going to give you like $20,000 or something like that if you manage to hit that jackpot. I play machines that return a lot to you as you're playing. So like you'll spin 3 times and 2 of those times you'll hit. You might not get all your bet back, maybe you'll get a little bit more, but the machine is constantly kind of paying you back and paying you back. Now, they're not likely going to give you a big jackpot, but they're going to allow you to keep your bankroll a lot longer. So if you're being more frugal, you can hold on to your bankroll, you can gamble a lot longer, which makes your THEO more attractive to the cruise lines, which means that you're going to get email offers. So time to head to the casino. So yeah, day one at the casino, a little bit of a struggle and kind of a harbinger of things to come for the cruise a little bit. So it didn't do very well on day one, and a lot of that was kind of my fault. So it was a mix of bad luck, but also seasoning in things like playing machines that I generally don't play, betting a little bit higher than I normally do on some bets, and then also not kind of leaving machines when they weren't really doing very well. Generally, I only spend $20 or $30 on a machine, and if it's not hitting, I usually leave it and go someplace else. But I kind of got caught kind of chasing pots and stuff like that a little bit. So day one wasn't great. Summary for day one was I put $300 cash in. I ended up cashing out $73 of that. So I spent $226.38. I earned 142 points. I spent 3 hours and 38 minutes in the casino, and I had a return to player of 68.2%, which is kind of gross. Generally in land-based casinos, you're getting anywhere from 90 to mid 90s, depending on what you're playing. So it was a very unlucky day. Day two was a little bit better. I think I was slightly more disciplined, but still not playing my method to, exactly to the T. I played some machines that I shouldn't just because they're fun. So I put in the 73 that I had left over from the previous day, plus another 300. I cashed out at 108.15, so I spent 265.47. I earned 182 points on day two. I spent just under 4 hours, 3 hours and 50 minutes in the casino, and my return to player was better. It was 70.9%, but still not great. Day three was another improvement, slightly. I put in the 108.15 that I had cashed out the day before. I added another $300. I cashed out $88, so I ended up spending $319.38. I earned 222 points. Time spent in the casino, 4 hours and 36 minutes. And my return to player was again a little bit better at 71.3%. So that was the first day I actually hit my points total for the day, which was 220 points. And the last day, day 4. So I took the $88.77 that I cashed out from day 3. I added another $300 again. I spent it all, so I ended up zero. I made 316 points, so the best of the bunch. I spent 4 hours, 14 minutes in the casino, and my return to player was also the best of all 4 days. It was 75.4%. Definitely the best day I had in the casino. So all in total, I put in $1,200. I earned 862 points, which was really close to my goal of 880 points. I spent 17 hours and 6 minutes in the casino, and my return to player was a very underwhelming 72.2%. So again, that return to player of 72.2%, a lot of that can be attributed to just bad luck. It's timing. This is what happens in gambling. Like sometimes you do well, sometimes you don't do well. By far, this was the worst gaming session I've ever had aboard a cruise ship. So that's, encouraging that maybe next time it'll be better. But then again, I made some decisions that I probably shouldn't have. So I have to be more disciplined when part 2 rolls around. Explorer of the Seas, that's coming up December 8th to 15th. I am really, really excited for that. But since I've made 862 points, I've got a long way to go to 2,500. So I'm going to have to make about 225 points each day on that cruise in order to hit Prime. So you might be thinking to yourself, well, $1,200, Chris, like that's a lot of money. And if you're going to get one free cruise from Prime, is it really worth it? And I'll say yes for a number of reasons. Number 1, I will get free drinks for an entire year. So if you've ever been on a cruise before, you know how much drinks are. With tip, they're going to be $10 to $15 each drink. So that in itself is big. The cruise I'm going to earn from getting to Prime has a pretty high retail depending on what I pick. So if I pick a longer cruise, a 7 or 8 night cruise on a nice ship like Wonder of the Seas, now you're starting to look at like $2,500, $3,000 retail for that cruise. So that in itself makes it worthwhile. Additionally, because I spent 17 hours in the casino on this cruise, my theo should be really good. My theoretical expected losses. So that means I'm probably going to start getting some email offers. So I could get 2, 3, 4, 5 free cruises from this session alone. So now you start to see, yeah, I did spend $1,200. I didn't want to do that. I would have loved to have, broke even, brought home some money. But still, that $1,200 is a good value, especially for someone like me who lives in Florida. I'm close to all the ports. So for me to hop on a cruise ship and cruise is really simple. And I can also work from cruise ships. So I'm very lucky in that respect. I hope you enjoyed this video. If there's something different you want to see in these videos, like more gameplay or something like that, please let me know. I didn't want to make this video super long with a bunch of gameplay that could be kind of boring if I'm not winning. So let me know in the comments. Of course, like and subscribe if you want to know when part 2 comes out. That is December 8th to the 15th. They'll be on Explorer of the Seas with a bunch of friends. It's going to be a wild time, and hopefully we'll get to Prime. Thanks for watching.